Would you really like to know how to defeat your enemies? Stay tuned and find out more. I'm going to tell you a true story that happened back in the year 2000. What happened was in the middle of developing a property and we had to do the loft conversion. Part of the loft conversion, we had to get a stairs created to go from one floor to the next floor. So what happened is I had to find out I had to find a carpenter that was able to do that type of job. So I found a semi-retired carpenter. I dragged him out of retirement really because he said he was a bit reluctant to do the work. So I convinced him, to help me out to get these stairs made. They had to be specially made. So he gave me, I think, a deadline of about a week that had to be done, that the stairs were going to be prepared. I had to put down quite a substantial deposit. I put down a deposit. He was getting the stairs made. Fine. I had all the rest of the team doing the rest of the development work on the other floor. When they needed to go to the next floor, they were using a ladder to go up and down. So it was a bit inconvenient, but it's what we had to do while the stairs were getting made. So, long story short, it came now to Friday, the day of the delivery for those stairs that had been specially made. And I picked up the phone and gave him a call and said, "Hi, it's Ken. I'm just ringing to find out what time the delivery will be for our stairs." And he started hurling racial abuse at me, swearing and racial remarks and everything. I could not believe my ears. I was like, oh my gosh, what has happened here? So at that moment in time, I had a split second to make a decision of what to do. Do I respond? Do I react and say, how dare you talk to me and, behave in such a way and that sort of thing? Do I react to it using my emotions, or do I use my business head and say, okay, what's going on here? Let's see how we can get this sorted out. So what would you do? Comment below and tell me what you would do. Anyway, this is what I did. I stopped for a second. I said, okay. I let him finish. You get it all off his chest. And I said to him this. I said, listen, get those stairs to me by the close of play today, and I'll give you £200 extra to get that job done. Get it to me. He stopped him in his tracks. He didn't speak anymore after that. And by the close of play, I got those stairs done. Now, why am I telling you this story? Why I'm telling you this is because, okay, actually, let me go back a step and tell you what actually happened, because you're probably wondering, what was that all about? So because I was curious, I was like, why was he behaving in such a way? So when he calmed down and he had delivered the stairs and I've got the stairs and we installed it, everything, I went back to him. I said, what happened? We had an arrangement. We had a deal. You were fine. There was no problems before. What actually happened? What did I do to you? And he said to me that there was a sports instructor that had run off with his wife that looked exactly like me, and he was so upset, he took it out on me. So that was a lesson I learned that day. I said, okay, fine. So where am I going with all this? Where I'm going with all this is because, let me just refer to my notes here. Yes, we're talking about mindsets. We're talking about attitudes. We're talking about behaviors. We're talking about habits. We're talking about preconceptions. We're talking about prejudice. We're talking about the company you keep. All these things are your enemies. All these things are your enemies because the enemy is in your mind. The enemy is in your mind. How you respond to people is what you got to remember. What is responsible? Responsible is respond able. So you're able to respond. So how you respond is up to you, not them. So the enemy is in your mind. So you have to remember that you can deal with most of these things yourself. Be responsible. Be responsible for your actions. Don't take it out on anyone else. Don't say it's that other person's fault. Regardless of what the situation is, you can make that decision to respond in the way that you need to respond. So take some time to reflect. Think about some habits you might have. Think about some preconceptions you might have. Think about even some prejudice you might have. You might have these already ingrained in your mind from years and years of hearing things, seeing things, watching things. So you have to, I could only but use scripture. Romans 12:2 says, you be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So we have to renew our mind if we want to be transformed. And this renewing of your mind is a constant thing. Because years and years and years we've been going through habits and situations and prejudice, and all these things have been building up over years and years and years. So we now have to reprogram our mind to respond the way that we need it to respond. Remember, we are responsible. So we're able to respond the way that we need to respond. So don't necessarily respond to people. Yes, you can get angry and things like that, but is it, the end of the day, is it worth it? What's going to be the outcome? For me, I was thinking to myself, you know what? The outcome for me is I need these stairs done. I've got builders that are working around the clock doing the work there. If I disrupt this building project, my stairs don't get done, my project doesn't get finished. I might get it off my chest and feel better that I've held abuse back at him, but it doesn't benefit me at all. It doesn't benefit me emotionally. It doesn't benefit me physically. It doesn't benefit me financially. So sometimes we're faced at that crossroads, that sliding door. Yeah, we have that opportunity, that split second to make that decision to do the right thing at the right time. So I implore you to think about how you do things, think about how you talk to people, think about how you respond to situations. Just be on the positive end. Don't let people get you down. Don't let people disrupt you from your mission, from your goal, from where you're going. Look at your goal, make your goals clear and go for them. Don't let anyone disrupt that your vision. You're gonna get haters, you're gonna get naysayers, you're gonna get you can't do this, you're gonna get all those sort of things. And you got to remember, going back to you even go back to your childhood. As a child, they might have said to you, a teacher might say, you'll amount to nothing, you're never gonna get this, you're never gonna get that. Your parents might have even said that you'll amount to nothing, you'll never get. And every day you keep hearing this, you believe it in your mind, and you put it at the back of your mind and try and put other things in front of your mind, like, right, I'm going to do well with my career, right, I'm going to do well with my kids, right, I'm going to do fantastically well. But the bottom line, the undermined thing that's going on is this thing that has been played over and over in your mind, saying that you're not good enough, or you couldn't amount to anything, and you're always trying to prove that. But I would just say, reflect. Take some time to reflect, take some time out, have some time to reflect and say, what is really holding me back? What preconceptions do I have? What things do I have that are playing in my mind that maybe I shouldn't have playing in my mind? Watch what you read. Be careful what you listen to. Be careful who you hang around with, because all these things influence your life and the way that you relate to others. So I hope that's given you some food for thought. It is a bit controversial, it's a controversial topic, but it just give you some food for thought, and just be on the positive end, and let that just help you to be more positive. Yeah. God bless you. Take care. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to smash that like button. Hit the subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and remember to share with others. Also, please leave your comments below. Leave any questions you would like to leave, so maybe we can answer, and it will help other people as well. God bless you. Take care. Bye-bye.